to Debbie and to EG today, and to have them here in Boston, in Wellesley, Massachusetts. What a thrill for all of us. So let's jump right into it, because everybody's really excited about talking to you. I think it's really fair to say that every person in this room has been researching all day all of the things about you guys, and the lists are very, very long. And my hope is to uncover the stories behind your success, to ask you some questions that you might not have been asked before, so that we can kind of learn from your experience. So you're both singers. Do you think that being musical, having a voice that you can feel translating emotions and feelings of all different kinds, has helped you as voice actors? Anyone wants to go first?
Go ahead.
To me, as I've been in voiceover for a long time, and I've been coaching for many years as well, singing to me has been instrumental. So many, isn't that funny? Instrumental, no. So many people that want to be in voiceover are not singers, and it doesn't mean you can't be successful as a voice artist, but I gotta say it helps if you can carry a tune. And that's because so much of voice work has to do with melody and timing and pacing and mimicry. And when you get an adjustment or a direction, you want to be able to just turn it around and do that back, not do it the way that you heard it and that was wrong because you're not a singer. So for me it has been very helpful, and I notice with other voice artists it's extremely helpful.
Yeah, guys, so you'll notice like a lot of the really great voiceover artists a lot of them pretty much can sing, and a lot of them can imitate singers, and those are sort of the key points to like a killer voice person, because they're able to like, especially if you like hear a little kid in rhythms, like a little kid might say, "Mom, I don't like it very much." You know how they talk kind of weird. So if you wanted to do the song like you might go, "Mom, I don't like it very much." You would just, it's all about rhythm and sound and tone. So it all falls right into alignment with voices. Yeah.
I would also imagine that you've been trained to use your voice in different registers as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your head voice, your stomach, your feet, talking from your feet, all those things.
If you're doing a boy, you're going to be sort of in this place. If you're doing a little tiny girl, Debbie might go like that. It's just all over the place. But yeah, we're all pretty good about shifting the registers on these characters.
And in my, I have a book coming out on how to succeed in voiceover. I wish I had it for you guys tonight. In a month or so, but I go over, Lowell have it. I have 5 distinct registers I work in, which really helps you layer your characters, starting from down here, your chest, to, in your throat, in your mouth, in your nose, in your eyes. And they can all be used as different places to start your character layering. And so certainly being a singer helps with that, and working out, doing, like if you're an athlete, you want to work your biceps one day and your glutes another day. Yes, in voice you want to work all of it,
your whole body,
all the time.
Right.
It's a muscle.
It goes into the voice.
Right.
Let's go back to when you both first got started, because I think that everyone in this room needs to kind of hear about the journey and hear that things don't really happen magically and they don't happen all of a sudden. So can you both take a turn and just give us sort of a view into your early beginnings, earning a living doing this?
Okay, so this is kind of interesting. So my whole life, like I started doing acting when I was a little kid. But just so you know, when I was a little kid, like I was like maybe 7 or 8, and I would walk around the playground with my best friend holding pinkies, we would do little voices, right? We'd do baby voices. So growing up then, as I started to, maybe 10, 11, 12, I started playing guitar and writing songs, and then I started doing acting, which I felt weird about. But as I got older, I ended up getting, this is how funny things work. Like I always loved singing. I got asked to do this play once, which was a musical. I was like, I really want to sing. I really want to sing. I don't have to put the band together. I didn't want to have to put the band together. Someone called me and said, would you do this play for us? It was on Broadway, and it folded in 3 days, and it starred Deborah Harry. And I was like, I'd love to. Is there going to be a band, and can I sing in it? And they're like, yeah, because that's all I cared about. I was like on this, like, I'm going to sing. I don't care.
And you had a very successful singing career.
I've had a really
very successful singing career.
Thank you so much. So I said yes to this play, and I ended up having to learn how to be a wrestler, which was cool. But in the play, I was a female wrestler. So each round of the play, it all took place in a boxing ring. I had to be a different age. So I had to do my voice from like, hi, I'm Tansy, a baby, to like, hi, to a little girl, to a 10-year-old, to a 16-year-old, and to an adult, and so on. So in this play, I just did that. I didn't think anything about it. I just did. It was like some people can flip their wrists backwards like they're double jointed, or they do that word like, where some people flip their eyelids over, right? I could do these little voices, but I didn't think anything about it because I always sang. It was no big deal. Then you cut to somebody handed me their card, this guy, and he says, "You're really good with your voice." And so I teach a lot in a voiceover seminar that I have on Amazon. You guys can check out. It's a voiceover seminar, but I teach about offshoots. And offshoots are these things where you might get a little tap on your shoulder that's not quite, like I was like, I want to sing, I want to act, I want to sing, I want to act. And then I get this little tap on my shoulder, which is, could you try this little voiceover thing? And I was kind of like, well, that's not really directly related to what I want to be doing, but it is kind of interesting. So I said, yeah, absolutely, I'll check it out. I went on this audition. They showed me I went to this man that gave me the card. He said, go on this audition. I said, I'll hit you up on the next one. I'm getting some carpet replaced in my apartment today, so I'll get to the next round. And he's like, no, I think you should go today. And I was kind of like, oh, I hate to let this guy down. So I said to the guys putting the carpet, I said, I'll be right back. Don't rob for me. I'll be right back. I left. I came back, right? I went to the audition. I was the first person. It was my first audition ever for a cartoon. I'd never done one before. Remember, I'd been singing my whole life. I'd been acting and taking classes. I go to this audition. They show me a claymation of a little kid. And I was like, I was the first person in the room, in the booth. And I was like, wow, that little character has big floppy lips. And he kind of looks like this voice I've been doing my whole life. That voice I've been doing on the playground, holding Pinky's my friend, was, a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. Tommy Pickles. I booked the job, and Tommy Pickles went on for 14 years.
And we all know about Tommy Pickles, right? Unbelievable.